All right, hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. Got a GAC to play today on my Darth Loquitur account. Back in Kyber 2, bouncy. So last round, we won. We got a demoralization victory, as I call it. So the opponent, played a couple matches, and I had full cleared, and I don't know. I feel like people come in sometime and they look at it, and people at this level, there's still some people who, they'll play GAC, but it's kind of like not that big of a deal for them or whatever. So the player comes in, they drop a Battle of the Zori Bliss team, and they're just like, whatever, I don't care. And they just don't play. But I'm ascribing motivations, which I probably shouldn't do. But anyway. I feel like this player probably could have cleared me, but anyway. 1695, not great banners, but we did get a win out of it. Got more stuff cleared than the opponent anyway. I'm going to roll right into it. If anybody has any questions, comments, things that they want to talk about, just pop them up in chat, and we will try to address any concerns that people have. Might take a look at an account review if people really want that kind of stuff done. Whatever you all want. I'm here to help. All right. But anyway, that win puts us back in Kyber 2. We're right at that level between Kyber 2 and Kyber 3. We keep bouncing in and out of Kyber 2. But okay, let's take a look at stats. 13.2 million galactic power. This looks to me like a small Phi, like a Greek letter Phi. So I'm going to call this opponent Phi the Hired Gun. He's from the TR Consortium. 8.2 million galactic power in characters, 4.9 in ships. That's really everything, right? That's really everything. Galactic War Battles won 36,000. That's 8.5 years played. Inventory, we can go to ships and look. He does only have a 6-star Leviathan. That's, that's it. Everything else in fleet is done. Look at this. That's a more complete fleet page than I've seen on, I think that's it. I think this is the most complete fleet page I've ever seen. Jedi Consular is relict. The Ebonhawk is relict. So even these ones that you see that occasionally, don't have relics. Well, most people don't have relics on those. But, yeah, it's all done. Well, it just needs 1 star in Leviathan. Good for this person, right? Awesome. All right. 9 Galactic Legends. That's all of them. And, all of the stuff. Really not much to talk about. Galactic Legend Ahsoka is in. Exile. Darkside Rey is done. Gungan's Mothers, Balin. It's all in here. So what do you get for the man with everything, or the person with everything? Don't know. But again, I'm getting entertained with some of these people that I'm fighting these days. Everything's relict. We've got the new characters that are being worked on. And then we can see like the characters that didn't quite make the cut. I'm a Gundai, Jedi Knight Guardian, Hoth Rebel Soldier, Ugnaught, Bodhi Rook, Eathkoth. These literally must be the worst characters in the game, right? Yeah, interesting. Make IG-86 great again. I honestly don't think IG-86 was ever great, but maybe there was a time 9 years ago. Who knows? All right, let's take a look. Radis is the fastest non-GL character. I had my Radis fast for a while, and somebody gave me the advice to switch him over to offense, and I must say he's much more successful for me as an offense character, although with him on the Leia team often now, I'm wondering if I shouldn't actually make him a little bit slower. Hermit Yoda 347, second fastest non-GL character. 347 also on Cat. So he's got some decent speed, but not like lights out. Let's go down a few layers here. 318, yeah. So he's got a lot of characters over 300. All right, so we don't have a real advantage in mods, and he's got a huge advantage in both characters and fleet. Okay. He's been picking away at my defenses for a while now. So when I looked at this like 5 hours ago, he had fought 2 battles. So he came in, he cleared out Rey up here, and he had cleared out Jabba down here, and then just like walked away from the game. So this player's playing, let's say, slowly over time. We did get 1 hold with our Staros team, so that's interesting. And he hasn't fought fleet yet. I always clear this bottom front if I can before I move on to the top front. I always like to see, what teams I'm working with at the end. But, so maybe that'll give us a little advantage. Maybe he'll get surprised on our back wall. Sean Unavailable says hi. Knight of Knee says greetings, Darth Loquitur and Inquisitors. Expectations regarding the new raid rewards during the first month of it. Oh, I think it's like, my expectations are that it'll be the same as the other raids, right? Why would it be any different? Like when you first walk into the raid, the whole guild score goes way down, and you kind of flail around trying to get contribution from the existing old characters that are allowed in the raid. And then, like, for this raid, I don't know if the Bad Batch stuff is going to be relevant, but the clone stuff certainly will. And within a couple months, people have their clone teams fully up and running, and the scores for those teams will go from, 450,000 or 300,000 for the team as you're building them to 2.7 million, and everybody will start getting their contributions. So, yeah, there'll be a downturn at the start, and it'll be no problem to build into your contribution. And like most raids, I mean, if you build 2 teams that give you a full contribution of like 1.8 or 2.7, if everybody in the guild just does 2 really good teams, you'll get a really good box. So my expectation is the same as always. The raid will come out. The community will lose its mind. People will be angry. Content creators will be issuing all kinds of videos about how is it fair that we lose resources every time they reboot the raid system, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But they do that. They reboot the raid system so that people are desperate for the new characters and they spend money. That's the gimmick. That's the gimmick. So, yeah, I think most guilds will set reasonable goals for the first month or so and then build very quickly into the same contribution level that they've gotten in prior raids. That's my expectation. And we'll try to have the Inquisitors be the voice of reason, right? I think they said specifically that Lord Vader himself is not going to be allowed in the new raid. He's not part of the new raid, but that the new clones will be, and there'll be a modified version of, or there'll be some bonuses for Tarkin. So Tarkin, everybody should have Tarkin anyway. Everybody should be building the new clones anyway. So, I mean, you probably have to over-relic your Tarkin to get a full contribution. If you want everybody to be Relic 8 and get that 2.7 million contribution, you'll have to Relic 8 your Tarkin. But, as far as I'm concerned, it's just cost of doing business, as a player. It's just the price that you pay to continue to get your rewards. And, so I think, I don't know. Yeah, I don't. Maybe people will be more calm about it this time around than they have been in previous times. The thing that I really wish that I really wish they would do, I've said this before and I'll say it again. I think the biggest improvement that they could do to raid would be to give it a sim button where you could just literally duplicate your last result. So I don't know why. The game tracks what your last result was. It knows exactly how much your guild contributed, and it knows exactly how much you contributed. So I don't know why they can't just put a button in here that says duplicate last result, and you just click it. And if you want to play the raid, you can play it. It won't take it away from anybody. Everybody who wants to play the raid can just get in there and play it. And everybody who doesn't want to play the raid can just duplicate their last result. I think it's a waste of time having to play it out every single time. That's my feeling anyway. We can go in here and grab this event while we're in here. Might as well get our rewards. Yeah, nice. Okay, get stuff. Things, stuff, and junk. Good, solid. All right, let's get back into Grand Arena. And scout up what this opponent put on his defenses. Folks do have Tarkin if they have C or Lord Vader. So, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, again, Tarkin's a character you probably have. There probably will be a couple complete garbage characters. Like, let's take a look at this just for the fun. Let's go down to this guy's inventory again. And he says that these are the worst characters in the game. Bodhi Rook, Eth Koth. Yeah, I honestly can't see any of those characters being in the raid. So if those are the worst characters that endgame players don't have relicked, I think just about everything that's going to be in the raid, any of the old characters. If it's troopers or anything like that, everybody's going to have them anyway. I feel like this is going to be one of the easiest raids to get an early contribution to. At least it should be. I'm optimistic. Or, let me say, regardless of whether I'm optimistic or not, I'm not pessimistic. It's going to be what it's going to be. We're all going to build our teams. We're all going to do what we need to do to get our box. All right, up top here, we have Galactic Legend Ahsoka Tano with the Exile. We have Leia, pretty standard Leia team here, but with Fulcrum. So I'm probably going to try to Bane that. Leia this. We've got Malgus here, probably Sith Eternal there. We've got Gungans. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with Gungans. We kind of have to figure that out. If I use Bo-Katan for Gungans, that means I probably have to use Jedi Master Luke on this Lord Vader. I'll use my Ufu team on Rey. We'll use JMK versus JMK. And then for this Imperial Remnant, I'm kind of stuck. Because I'll have, like, Bo-Katan and JML are both good counters for that, but they both need to do something else in this matchup. So I could do like I did before last time. I could put Sith Eternal in here and just get Maul killed and one of these other tanks or whatever, and then kind of, chip away at it and clean it up later. But I would prefer to get a nice clean win against it. So I think I might try Gas here. I think Gas only has like an 85% win rate against these guys or something. But if I could get through this for Gas, then I still save SLKR. And I still got a Galactic Legend for the back wall. And we can see what happens back there. So I think that's my plan. So I think a few of these are kind of no-brainers. So let's go ahead and just get started with the ones that we sort of know what we're going to do. And the JMK battle fits that criteria, right? We sort of know what we're going to do here. We have one more Galactic Republic character that we can put in here. I don't want to put in Jedi because I keep running out of Jedi. We can throw like a Cody in here. He's got a Padme. I could put in my Padme as well. I don't know that I'm going to need Padme. If he's got Knight Brothers, okay. But we didn't have success with it, though, did we? So I tried that Padme versus the Knight Brothers, but it didn't work well. Oh, but that was against the Moff Gideon version of the team. So if he just has the straight-up Knight Brothers on the back wall, we'll have to figure something out. I don't know. I'm going to take a look at this again. Maybe there's something I can do that's better that won't use up my Padme. Crit chance, crit damage. I wouldn't mind armor penetration here. That's a bunch of crit chance. That's tenacity and health. Some offense. That's not bad. Start the battle with turn meter. That's not a good Datacron though. Okay, let's equip this. And let's take another look here. Knight of Knee says it's more, oh, I can't farm other stuff now until I get the raid teams farmed up. Is the aftertaste it's giving me. Definitely a sim button would be a quality of life improvement. Well, I mean, if you're in a mid-game account anyway, if you're over 4 million galactic power and you have Conquest under control, you should always be building the newest teams as they come out anyway. So if you wouldn't be farming the clones, there's two options. Either A, you're under 4 million and you're trying to put together your best Conquest teams, or B, I don't know why you're not farming the new content, right? Because the new content is always relevant to raids, territory battles, all that stuff. So I feel like that's it. You build your big ship, you build your first galactic legend, you stabilize your account, 4 to 5 million galactic power. You will have bought a couple light speed bundles by then. And then you start working on the new stuff. Whatever comes out new, you always focus it up. So that doesn't feel different to me. And granted, maybe your guild sets aggressive goals and says, hey, you know, we need 5 million contribution by a certain date. And then you have to like double tap the farm nodes. I'm telling you guys, I've been, with each marquee, I've been buying that $59.99 crystal pack that gives you 5 draws. And with that, sometimes I have to buy another pack in addition to that. But I'll get the 5th star at some point during the marquee event. And then I can get 5 free shards at the 4-star tier and 5 free shards a day at the 5-star tier. And I don't ever get the 6th star. Like, I think I got it once on one of the characters because I got a really lucky pull on the 5 cards. But I don't get to the 6th star. But going into the farmable stage, like Omega, I think I needed 130 shards of Omega. And the amount of time it takes to farm up 130 versus like 230 if you didn't get the 250 if you didn't get any packs at all, if you just stayed at 3 stars for the whole marquee. So it's half. You know, 250 to cut down to 130, it cuts your time in half. So it's like let's say a 10 to 15 week, depending on how you farm, instead of, 20 to 28 week time frame. It's a huge difference. It's huge. Hey, Dale, good luck today. My rival is a Maw with Lord Vader and Apo already. Wow. Took him 5 tries to clear my Apo and has all of his Zetas. He did 1671, will be interesting. they had a button to sim last result, it would be for all battles or individual. No, I think it just sims your last result. Like if I go in and I do a 2.7 team, a 2.7 team, that's 5.4. And then I've got a 1.2 Jedi team right now. So I can get 6.6 if everybody gets their full score. And then, I've got other teams that I could score with as well. So let's say I play and I get 6.8 million with, 5 teams played, and that's the best I can do. The next time I do raid, you should just be able to go, okay, I got 6.8 million last time. That means that if I kept playing, I could do it again, right? But instead of making me play and duplicate that result, you just click the button. If you had the teams to get 6.8 last time, then you've got the teams to do 6.8 this time. It's that simple. So you just click the button, you get your best result. And that way, like once a month, you can go in there, remod all your teams, get your absolute maximum score, and then you can just sim it out until you're ready to go in and try to increase your score again. That's what I think. I think you just duplicate your last result. You did 6.8, click. It's the exact same thing you got last time. The exact same number. Just puts it in for the new raid. I saw Luthen, Kyle, Chirrut, and Baze for Gungans. Saw Luthen, Kyle, Chirrut, and Baze for the Gungans. So I don't have Saw Relict yet, but that's something I could look into. I mean, Saw for Gungans. So what I've seen is because I can relic a character pretty much every week, and the marquee cycles are 2 weeks, it's really falling into line for me where I can do, a current character, a new character, and then I can do a catch-up character, and then a new, and then a catch-up, and then a new. So, like, I'll do a new character, and then I'll do Afra. I'll do a new character, and then I'll do maybe Saw, So it's pretty good. It's a pretty nice rhythm that I've managed to get into with this account. Okay, if we don't do Padme, what are we going to do? I think we just have to duplicate Padme, do a full mirror match, and give ourselves the best chances. I've not been doing a half ult on this recently. I've just been waiting for my full ult to kill their cat, and it usually works out just fine for me. So we're going to do that. All right, let's get in here and get started. Okay. Oh, wow. I was behind on chat, y'all. I didn't see that, but like some of the recent chats were hidden down below, so I was reading older chats. Okay, after this battle, we'll try to catch up with all the chats. Okay. Let's do the reset. Get lots and lots of gold bar here. We don't need to do the healing skill. And here we can just go ahead and pass over Shen. And we should have ult on his next turn. We can do that. Okay. Let's do some cat sniping. Wow. All right. Now we'll get on Ms. Amidala. I'll go ahead and use this now. Preemptively, he's going to use his ult, and we got to go through all that nonsense. So, in we go. All right, Padme, get armor shredded. I think that should have popped the savior effect. She got down to almost 0, but you never can tell with Padme, though, because like maybe she got her protection up you know, before it sunk in or something. We'll just do that for the armor shred, get her cleaned up so that we can put on the healing immunity. And in we go. Oh, man. That was a lot of dodges. All right, here we go. Let's do Shen again. And we'll reset Cat again. And we will do Shen again. Stack up a whole bunch on our big leap. And then see if we can kill Kenobi in one hit. Oh, we lost it. Lost the high ground. All right, fine. In we go. We'll take that Kenobi. And it's going to be fine. We'll put it in auto. No reason to click buttons anymore. All right, now that I've got the chat caught up, I can catch up on chat. I'd be getting my Lord Vader to go with the clones. Just did my Mando bow for Territory Battle, getting my Pridia AB tunes all to 7 stars too. It does help a lot with the farms, I guess. The tactic of getting the marquee built up. I get the 12 pulls, then all the extra pack with the shards and Omicron Zetas. I 7-star them before the event is even out. I get the 12 pulls, then all the extra packs. Oh, so like the... what does that pack cost these days? It's like $24 or something like that for the one that gives you 30 shards. You buy that one. They've got a similar pack then in the web store, I think. Is that true that there's like 2 different packs that are similar? So you basically get get it to 5 stars. So from where I'm at, so I'm fighting to get my 5th star. You would have 60 more shards than that, which is basically your 6th star. And that would unlock another tier and get you another, 35 shards. So instead of 130, 60, 95, and 15, 110. Yeah, so that puts you at 120 from where I'm at. And then if you pick up more pulls, that's it. Interesting. JQ said I didn't go full hog on Batcher, so I'm at 55 of 100. My new Bad Batch is lagging. I put JMK, Snips, Cat, Mace, and Cup on defense, and they held the team and fell in the second. It's quite good. The addition of Apo and the clones will kill the Bo-Katan Lord Vader counter. At least until the Brainiacs figure out another off-meta counter. Is the Jedi Master Luke thing still valid then? So if Bo-Katan is off the table, is a Luke still on the table? Are we getting any holds back here or not? Oh, we got a hold with the Triumvirate, but he got Treya down, so this is going to be a loss. That's unfortunate. Yeah, he's going to full clear me. Dang. Okay, so if I want Bo-Katan for the Gungans, then I have to use JML on Lord Vader. Okay. So let's do that. Let's plan to use JML. But that does mean that I'm going to be using good Jedi here, right? We gotta go with the good ones. All right, and probably this Cal Kestis Kron is good enough. It's got a little bit of protection on it. It's got some AoE stuff, mercenary allies, and we get a faster kill with Cal Kestis. We'll equip that. I get 3 cheap packs, so I get to 4 stars, and then 5 by the end. It says shown unavailable. Yeah, I'm telling you, if you get that 5th star early on in the event, though, within the first couple days, being able to pick off of that that next tier up, the 5-star tier, for like 4 or 5 days of the event, that is a lot of shards. That really, really has made a difference for me. I saw Vexatron pull off a JML Lord Vader counter. I'm hoping that I can duplicate it. So, IPO makes it that much different, huh? Really, really changes things, I guess, huh? Okay. Interesting that they've got a marquee lifter. I mean, I don't have to worry about it because I don't have Lord Vader. So, so that's all I have to worry about is how to get rid of it. All right, so focus up. Let's get in here. Okay. I still don't mind doing this skill first. And with that Datacron, it feels pretty okay. Let's dispel actually on Night Luke. I think we're going to use him. Vader probably has to be our target. Let's do this. And we'll do an armor shred back here. And then should have cleansed all of the dazes now. So maybe we can get this Vader down. There we go. I feel vindicated in my choice. And we will try to kill 9th. And then go for the insta-kill on... let's see, what do we want to do here? I think we just keep attacking in. Okay, we'll do this. And we'll try to keep Revan alive. That feels good. All right, we'll swing this back around. And then Cal Kestis can try to get rid of at least one character before the ult goes off, which is helpful, I think. Okay. Still got this 9 sis in the way. Maul's getting away with murder, so to speak. Okay. Whack. And then we'll armor shred here. And this should be good. I feel like we're getting close to... Oh, I clicked the wrong guy. What? All right, we'll do that. Okay, let's upgrade here. I am missing my Jedi Master Luke by a fraction of a centimeter. I think I better click like here on his name. Okay, let's go here. And we'll start this nonsense. All right, we got him. We did lose. I gotta up relic Revan. He's relic 5, and I can't even tell you how many times I've looked at him and thought to myself, man, I really need to take him to relic 7. Like, I really just need to relic 7 this guy. So which version do we do here? Do we do just Star Killer? But no, I don't think we can do just the Star Killer thing because we've got the vacuum cleaner in here, right? That makes it harder. So let's go for the UFU version of the team. And then we need another light side UFU, right, for this. Or just any UFU, I guess. We've got Stick Ray. We've also got Padawan Sabine. She's not going. Well, she might be needed in the Mandalorian team, right? Because she's also Mandalorian. So we'll keep her. And we'll take Ray. Got Malicos, Cal. We've got a Cal Kestis Kron. So we'll try to scrounge that up and put it on. My Profundity fleet just did my Executor, so they're tougher on defense. Oh, 6-dotting your Profundity fleet. They're showing results. Took my rival 2 attempts to get over. Nice. Game is weird. Sometimes when I press JML, call someone else's power on ROTE, it also activates the scenario power. Uses both powers with one click. Yeah, I have to not click on people who are dazed. And I clicked like too far away from Jedi Master Luke and got Jedi Knight Luke like twice that combat. So I should know better. All right, so we got to keep Ray cleansed. We got to pop the damage immunities as soon as we can. We don't have exile to deal with. All right, let's get in here and see if we can make this UFU team work. Okay. So this should still do what I need it to do. We've got the Omicron on it now. Stick Ray gets a bunch of attacks. Okay. We're going to do this. Try to pop the damage immunity. We got it. Fantastic. All right, now we got this nonsense that we got to deal with here. Okay, damage immunity pop there as well. I'm not getting back around to Ray, though, which is very inconvenient. Oof. Whirlwinds for days. I cannot get around this taunt. Yikes. All right, let's just throw rocks, I guess. See what we can get done here. Longest taunt in the history of the game. All right, she's into her ult. Now, we did manage to get rid of Junior for a minute. All right, let's get here and see how many of these stacks we can get off of her. I feel like this might be too far gone, though, because there were several turns there where she got stacked up and we could not get the stacks off. I'm going to save the buff removal. Okay. Got Ray down. Buff removal seems good now, right? Star Killer killing stars. 90% of the way toward a dead star. Stick Ray. Doing magic. All right. Nothing to be done here while we're just waiting for the damage immunity to wear off. Let's go. Pew pew. Let's go. Take a turn already. All right. Good. 65 banners. We'll take that. Good clean wins so far. And then we got to try gas here. That's what I think I've decided. I think I have decided to try ye old gas. This one has some tenacity, but it doesn't really have I think we want damage, right? We want armor penetration, offense damage, whatever we can get. This is a bunch of armor penetration, some potency, tenacity, crit chance. Okay, I think maybe we'll take this one. 3PO Kron. Alrighty then. So we got to try to beeline Gideon and get him out of there before he gets 3 stacks and starts resurrecting everybody. So I'm going to do form up right away. Okay. He's at 1 stack. Gas is already sitting down. Yikes. And we've been cooled down, so we don't even have form up. I don't know if there's some magic here that I don't know about, but this does not feel much like a win to me. Let's see. Maybe gas can go hero style here. Pew! All right. I think, well, I was going to say I want to attack somebody else, but looks like that's not going to happen. Ooh. Okay. It's a low banner win, but Gas got angry there at the end. We got that aerial advantage just in time. All right. Full clear 1789. That's pretty good banners. So he dropped 1 battle here and then 1 battle back here. Is that right? All right. So I have a window of opportunity, but it's not a big one. Oh, there's Malgus. Ooh, yeah, that's a kiss of death right here, guys. That is the kiss of death. I got no way through. I got no way through. Yep. Done for, guys. Done for. Because we have to use Leia here. Bane's pretty much all I got now against this. Sith Eternal, Bo-Katan. I have SLKR in the bank. So I could use SLKR, let's say, against Malgus. Or let's say... maybe I could get Night Sisters to work here. But I got nothing for Queen Amidala then. Got nothing for the Queen. Everything will have been used up. Yep. Want to try an insane Jabba defense? Jabba, Vandor, L3, Skiff Lando, and Enfys with the 25% turn meter. 100% evasion and Enfys Kron. 4 defenses. Jabba, Vandor, L3, Skiff Lando, and Enfys Nest. 25% turn meter, 100% evasion. Jabba, Vandor, L3. Vandor, L3. So L3 is the only tank, huh? And then you got Nest. Skiff Lando. Interesting. Yeah, interesting. I don't have Vandor Chewbacca relict. I'd be willing to try that if I had the Vandor. Okay. Well. So what we would need to do is kill Jabba with Night Sisters. Then we would need to solve Malgus with something that's not SLKR. Then we have to do SLKR versus Leia and somehow get that to work. And then Bane against the Padme. All right, well, let's see if we can get the Night Sisters to work. Who knows? We've had this go well. We've also had it go very badly. We've got a resistance penetration cron somewhere in here that's okay. Armor penetration, resistance. 79% resistance penetration. That looks like the one. All right, let's see. They do have a Greedo. Okay. Massage is about to go down. Normal stuff. There's Talzin. And at this point, we just auto basic, right? Because we got to make that work. Okay. Well, I was going to try to do what somebody had suggested and do a special right there when Chrysanthemum's about to die so that we don't resurrect the Night Sister. But I was too slow. I was too slow. Yeah, I should have done it the turn before, but I didn't think he was going to die. Well. Okay. So with that not working, I that's it. I don't know what else to even try here, guys. Let's just practice the matchups. Let us just practice. We'll do Jin. And we'll do, of course, R2 and Drogon. We'll put in the resistance penetration cron that we have here. Equip that. And let's practice. Okay. Drogon. Primed up. Okay, let's hide everybody but Jin. And we'll drop the hammer. Okay. Stuff, junk going on. Jin taking a beating. All right, here we go. Pew! Oh, we didn't get him. Oh no, disaster. Cutting holes in the dirt. Let's really try to get this guy out of here. He's got damage immunity now, so you got to get that off somehow. All right. So with that failing, do we just go on Ahsoka now, or what do we do here? Maybe we just go on Ahsoka. Will she keep taunt long enough for us to get her? She gains a lot of, she has a lot of recovery, so let's see. Let's see what we can get done here. Come on. Let's go. Put everybody on fire. Let's go. Hide the Drogan again. Let's go. We're killing people just with area of effect. This team has so much AoE that we're managing better than expected. Stealth everybody up again. And Ahsoka down. All right. Okay, come on, Drogan, get more kills here. Drogan, hero. Auto. We'll just let it go. I don't think at this point my decisions are making that much difference, are they? Let's see. Maybe we do need to target... She targeted Drogan with that anyway, which is good. Drop the ult. And then let's take another shot. That was a big number. That was a big number. Okay. Whew. We didn't get our initial hit, but salvaged it in the end. Okay. To have any chance at all in this GAC, we would have to be able to kill this with something that's not Bane. But I don't think we can do anything against Fulcrum here. Right, Fulcrum's just the win. All right. So Malgus. Boy, SLKR has to be used against Jabba now. I'm just trying to think this through, guys. I don't know what else I've got against Queen Amidala. That's the issue. I mean, it's just good, right? His defense is good. It's just one too many good teams. And of course, I don't have Lord Vader. I don't have Galactic Legend Ahsoka. I don't have Balin. I don't have Great Mother. So I'm fighting from a disadvantage. I'm missing a lot of the top tier teams. So let's just one too many for me. How do I do this? I've got Afra. All right, here's Afra. Gear 12 Afra, no Zetas, no nothing. Droids. Start chucking droids in here till we're happy, right? We've got these guys. They're droids. We've got a pre-taunt droid we could chuck in there. We're not going to need somewhere else. And then we've got like a Huyang, who's a droid who isn't currently on a team. All right. Can't use a Datacron because she's only gear 12. No Zetas, no Omicrons, no nothing. B2 for the Dispels. And then Vader as the 5th. Okay. Where is Vader? Oh, man, I have a feeling I'm looking at him and I don't see him. I didn't use him anywhere. Did I put him on defense? Is Vader on defense? I think Vader might be in my Sith team these days. No, I don't have I don't have... Is Vader a critical part of the comp? Maybe IG-88's a good option. We've got an IG-88 Kron, too, but that's on defense right now. All right. Well, you know what? Let's just go in there and spray bullets and see what happens. We do this, right? Crystal. Oof. Killing a lot of droids. Okay. Greedo. No, it's just... Oof. So much damage. Get out of here, Greedo. Jerk. With Aphrodite, that's pretty much it, right? Worst Aphra team ever. 0 Acrons. No Zetas, Datacrons, Omicrons, none of it. 0 Cron. Okay, that's just garbage. All right. Nothing there. All right, again, we'll just continue to practice matchups. We'll get a few more of these done. We'll play the Bane versus the Fulcrum and see if Fulcrum can kill Bane in one hit. That happened to me, I think, several Grand Arenas ago. Okay. Let's hit Drogon first. All right, in we go. Oh, well, there we go. Bane took a hit and didn't die right away. That's good sign number 1. They're going to take away his protection. Oh, that counterattack, man. I can't tell you how many times I've been at 5 stacks and got that counterattack to hit me. Okay. Now what's going to happen is she's going to do her ult and kill Bane in one hit. That's happened to me several times now. So I'm going to focus on her. Maybe we got it. All right, we got it. We got it. We got it. Nice. Out she goes. Gungans. Yeah, we know what to do against Gungans. What could we try that's different than Bo-Katan? What could we try? Sith Triumvirates on defense. Do Phoenix have any chance at all here? Is there a chance of Phoenix working? I feel like there is a chance, but it's a slim one. Let's do riposte. Do we have something that gives us turn meter? Do we have that for light side where we get light side turn meter? That might be the difference. Yeah, I guess we don't. I guess we don't have that. Is that just dark side? I thought there was some with the light side that had the same thing. Whenever they use a special, they gain 15% turn meter. All right, well. Afra with the new FDC will be the best and easiest counter to Jabba and might make him irrelevant on defense. What is the FDC? F Datacron. F. She's a basic Afra. You need college Afra working on her PhD. Focused Datacron. Just because of the added potency or what? I don't actually know what you're talking about. Focused Datacron. I assume that's the new set, right? Okay. Let's just try this, just for the fun of it. I feel like we've tried this before, and we've got it to, like, kill the generator, but we couldn't finish the job or something. Okay. Sabine getting wrecked. Wrecked. Oh, wow. All right, let's do this. And we cannot get turns. This is nonsense. What exactly is preventing us? We get no assists. Can't assist or counterattack because of the because of that debuff. Okay. That debuff, I think, comes from the generator, right? Okay, come on. Let's go. Taunt up. Just need a couple more area of effects here if we... Oh, come on. We didn't get it. Area of effect here. One more before they gain stacks on the generator, please. Plix. Get it done. Oh, can't assist. Nobody can assist. All right, there we go. Generator down, right? Okay. And then I think we just stay on Phalanx. We will have to peel a buff off of Jar Jar every now and then. We'll get him next. Come on, Phalanx, take a turn. You know you want to. Cleanse him, maybe. Throw an area of effect. What is happening here? Like, we take a turn, and then just 3 seconds comes off the clock with nothing happening. Are you guys seeing that? Like, that's potentially going to lose me the game here if we don't get some more turns. Okay. Whatever it was is gone for the moment. Cleanses. Okay. We're getting it to work. I don't think this is a very reliable counter, but we did get it to work in this case, right? Well, I shouldn't say anything. We still got 1:23. But it looks good. It looks like we've got it. So that saves the Bo-Katan team for something else. I don't think it's going to get us a full clear anyhow, but we'll keep chipping away at it. See if we can find a miracle somewhere here. We used the Bane though. That's the doom of us. We used the Bane on the Leia, which means we got nothing for the Queen Amidala team. So Queen Amidala will be the determining factor. Just one team short of being able to clear this. Let's do 2 tanks and a Watt. Sounds like the start of some kind of joke. 2 tanks and a Watt. Walk into a bar. Sure. Let's take a Datacron. And we will get this. Link up everyone with no hair. Good. Let's go. Waiting on you. Sith Eternal's like, give me alt meter Plix. Sure. That guard was doubting himself. He had some serious doubt. Doubts about everything. Well, Watt had some doubts too, I guess. Doubted that he could finish the battle. All right. 1 tank left. Scaredy tank. Come on. So many shocks this team. Shocking, doubting. I doubt that I could get shocked anymore. Culmination of those 2 things together. Zappies. Oh, wow. That was nice. Nice big zappy. If nobody's ever seen the Lego Holiday Special, it is pretty hilarious. Palpatine keeps running around, and every time he shoots somebody with lightning, he yells, "Zappy, zappy." It's pretty funny. All right. Does Bo-Katan have any chance at all against Queen Amidala? Does Bo-Katan stand even a single solitary sniff of a chance? We see 0 Bo-Katans. Wow. I don't even see a single Bo-Katan fight on the list of fights. JMK, Sith Eternal. Inquisitors. Bane. Bane, JMK, Inquisitors accounts for most of it. 90% win rate with Treya. 88% with, yeah, so we've given away all of our stuff that works here. Let's try it. Let's try, what are we going to try? Let's try the Bo-Katan down here. Just for the fun of it. Let us see if the Person DeLorean team can manage here. Okay. Here we go. I think this should kill a Malgus team, right? And I know you all said, you know, sometimes Malgus teams, you can solo them with a Malak. Crew stops that, right? You can't beat a Malgus team with a solo Malak if Crew is in here, because he stays taunted and you can't do % damage effects to him. Is that true? Or am I imagining that? Okay. And then I think we just hit Crew hard here, right? Oh, damage immunity. Come on. Ridiculous. Okay, fine. Damage immunity again? How does he get damage immunity again? There's something I'm missing here. The boat left and I was not on the boat. Okay. Well, apparently I was mistaken. And Bo-Katan is not something that kills Malgus. Interesting. I've beaten crew versions. It's versions with third sister that can stop it because she's so thick and has multiple lives. The expensive fixed stat Datacron level 15 makes the team immune to thermal detonators. 15 levels. The experienced Datacron, if you get it to the top level. Gungans pay the referee to look the other way. What does Watt say to the two tanks? It's probably one of those where two tanks and a Watt run into a bar and then sit the eternal ducks. Yeah, Malgus wins this, apparently. Come on. We're close on getting him out of here, but can't quite get there, seems like. I was going to put it on auto because I wasted time reading chat in the middle of the combat and probably shouldn't have done that. But yeah, okay, now it's over. Interesting. All right, so Malgus does not beat that. All right, well, that's going to be the GAC. Gotta go do a fleet battle for placement. Let's try to get that in real quick. And then I might do some Alpha League. If people want to see some Alpha League, I can do that. Got a lot of things going on at once. I'm trying to read and look and do this and click that button. And yeah, I don't think there's any reason to continue. I don't need to really do ships. I don't need to... I got nothing else I can practice against his teams, so I'm just going to end the GAC there. And, I mean, overall, it's good. It's good. He just, yeah, he has all of the stuff, right? So, just made it hard. Made it hard for me to finish. All right, we can get punishing one here. We don't need to use the... Okay. Still got the retaliation on this. Slave 1, that's... Seems like a long time. All right, let's just try to finish this off right now. Nice. Good deal. Fleet placement secured. Cool. Jar Jar says having problems every time I type, my monitor shuts off. So I'm listening instead of chatting. Malgus kills Malgus. So you're looking at this, right? Now, does this also expire? Do you guys know? Are these Datacrons? These Datacrons aren't permanent, right? They're not permanent. They just go until the next cycle, and then that's it, right? Mechanic, Chrysanthemum, Scoundrel, Trip 0, Dark Side. So protection, potency, offense, tenacity, fixed stats. If all other allies are Dr. Aphra, Darth Vader, or Darkside droids, Chrysanthemum abilities target as though all allies were Hutt Cartel. Scoundrel allies can taunt. While BT is active, he's immune. First time each Darkside ally reaches stuff, doubt goes on the enemy. Dr. Aphra can't be targeted if there's active Darkside droids. She revives all Darkside scoundrels when she uses dangerous tech. They're immune to thermal detonators. Set expires in 115 days. I did not realize that. 115 days. So basically, what, a third of a year? Is that, well, I guess that's normal, isn't it? So 2 cycles of Conquest is basically 2 months, and then 2 sets is 4 months. So it's 4 months. It's the same as a normal Datacron cycle. Interesting. 15 levels, huh? What other Datacrons are in this shop? Ezra at the start of the encounter. Hera and Kanan gain guard until they're defeated. That's cool. Whenever an ally is defeated, if there's no other allies with guard, Hera applies guard to the strongest other Phoenix. Offense, health, crit chance, defense. If there's no Galactic Legends, he's immune to instant defeat. And other... Oh, wow. Wow, Phoenix gets pretty insane, huh? So does that mean... I mean, you put this Datacron on, and then you don't even need a separate tank against Inquisitors, right? Because even with that big first attack, they attack Kanan, he's guarded. They attack anybody else, they can't be killed. Interesting. If there are no other allies with guard. Yeah, so they either attack Kanan, which makes him your tank anyway, or they attack somebody else and they can't kill anybody else while Kanan's alive. Interesting. That one's interesting. Boba Fett, Scion of Django with Fennec. If there's no Galactic Legends and Fennec is the only other ally. Oh, wow. So it turns them into a 2-man team, a 2-person team. Interesting. But that requires... Okay. Oh, Fennec can be in the lead. Okay, so you could have Fennec lead. Okay. Whenever he gains momentum, Fennec gains turn meter. Dispel foresight. If Fennec has 10 or more stacks of loyal hand, she inflicts death mark. I don't know how good that is. In 3s, it feels like it'd be really good in 3s because Fennec lead in 3s is pretty good, but Probably not that impressive. Bonus mechanic Zalbar. Old Republic attack out of turn. First time mission is defeated, they're revived. Take a bonus turn. Attack out of turn. Scoundrel units. I don't know how good that one's going to be either. 115 days. They're very expensive to upgrade, though. DBB, Afra, Hera, Zalbar are my order. You like the Boba one even better than the Afra one? Interesting. I don't have him relicked. So my Scion of Django is still, you know, him and Trench are still on the back burner for someday. So I haven't done them at all. But Echoes of Rebellion is the next set coming out, right? Like there's not, that's not the current active set. Yeah, okay. What does this say? Expires in 59 days. And this one expires in a minute and a half. 3 days, 13 hours. Yeah. A little longer than a minute and a half, but. Interesting. You like the Boba one better than the Afra one. Interesting. What do you think Boba's going to beat? Boba one will be great, especially for territory war. So is it... How do we know the upgrade costs? You said it was incredibly expensive to upgrade it. How do we know the costs? Zalbar, Boba. Is it so expensive that, like, you know, normal people are only going to be able to develop one of these? Or is it like normal to level 9 and then just more materials on top of level 9? I mean, they're only 10K out of the shop, right? I should probably just buy them before they expire. We'll just go ahead and buy this Afra one and see if we can see something on it. And then I think the Hera one may be worth looking into. I don't have the Dad Bod Boba, so that's a no-go. And then this one, I don't think I have these guys in very good shape either, so... Old Republic units. Maybe I'll make use of this one. I don't know. We'll go ahead and buy them. We've got plenty of episode money. Some people have bought and maxed them already. What? Oh. Okay. So this stuff out of the shop is for the new set already. So they came in here and chucked down 1 billion crystals. Well, okay. I mean, I'll chip away at it over time, you know. I got to get the Alpha Relic. I got to get data Omicrons and Zetas and all that stuff on the whole team. And that's a long way off for me. It feels like not that far, I guess. Afra. I mean, if then Afra is just good for 4 months. So 1 Zeta, Omicron, Zeta plus Omicron. So 3 Zetas and 3 Omicrons to get her fully kitted out. Oof. Oof. That feels so far away. Yeah, that feels a long way off. I've still got Luthen that I've never been able to invest in yet. He's got no Omicrons for Grand Arena. Still got Great Mothers that we've got to build. We've still got Galactic Legend Ahsoka we've got to unlock and finish. I'll be looking for Zetas for the next 5 years, folks. Yeah. But, I mean, if it's a solution to Jabba, and then everybody just quits putting Jabba on defense, then, you know, you chase it, you put all that stuff on Afra, and then it doesn't matter. Boy, that would be hard to swallow for me. All right. Well, I got the Datacrons. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Total cost of a level 15 is 340 Mark 1, 590 Mark 2, and 980 of Mark 3. 980 of Mark 3. I think I usually do 1 week where I'm progressing through Conquest, and then the second week is where I get to focus on Datacron materials. And I usually, in that second week, I have about 1,000 of the top material and let's say 1,200 of the mid material. So it would basically take 1 cycle of conquests for one of those Datacrons instead of like 3 or 4 level 9 crons. Yeah, it's a commitment. It's a commitment. I think for people that are spending the 50 and 100 cost refreshes on Conquest, that would kind of be a no-brainer, right? You would just do it. You wouldn't think, you would just do. But for me, because I'm cheap and I don't like spending on Datacrons, temporary stuff that's just going to go away anyway when I've got so much stuff that I still need to build for the account, I feel like I still have to apply resources toward permanent stuff, you know. So I do the 50 cost refreshes and I get what I get for Datacrons, and so I probably won't be able to build these to 15. It's probably too much to ask. Play a couple games at Alpha League since I'm here, you're here. If you want to hang around, cool. If not, also cool. JQ says I put Zetas on 1 new character and 1 old one. Omicrons go GAC and TW. And then I just put 2 on Jedi Cal for ROTE. Yeah, the truth is that with the new shops and stuff, you can pretty much keep up with the stuff that's coming into the game. The problem is for players that are, you know, that don't have everything. It's just always going to be the case, right? It's always going to be the case that you're waiting on Zetas and Omicrons. I think if I were to count up the amount of Zetas and Omicrons that I would need to have the stuff that I have currently built, I would probably need close to 30 Omicrons and probably 30 to 40 Zetas easily. And that's not the stuff that I haven't built yet. That doesn't include, Lord Vader and Balin and all the stuff that I haven't built. So, yeah, I mean, eventually there will be a moment where I'm caught up sometime in the future, I feel like. But not going to be a quick time to get there. I buy every Zeta pack they give, says JQ. Well, if you're trying to manage your spending, that can be hard for people, though. Not everybody has the funds to buy all the packs. Alpha League here, let's see. We've got Health Spell is gone. Healing's gone. Frost would be good here. I don't know. Frost Champion seems fine. Vulnerable is probably, we got a couple vulnerable champions. And we've got a dodge evasion champion. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stay away from attacking. And we're going to build Frost. And then we're going to add on, I think, Shield. We'll use Shield as our defensive move, and that will cut down on the amount of vulnerables that we get exposed to. And do it that way. All right, Bone Chill, Ultimate Skill, Frost Stacks. Oh boy, I honestly don't even want any of this stuff. We'll take Bone Chill though. Here's a Shield skill, 700 gold. What I've been doing recently is I've been waiting for my artifact, of course, but I don't buy any skills. The first thing you get is you do a fight, then we get an artifact, and then we do a fight and we get a draft. And we want to be losing when we go to the draft. We want to be one of the worst players. And I have found that in that very first draft, if you get to go, well, as long as you get to pick something that you really want out of that first draft, it makes a huge difference in how the game plays out from there. Like, if you have to take garbage on the first draft and get 3 skills that you don't even want, it sets you back surprisingly far with the way that they've redone the rules. Polar Exercise gives us Frost skills. We'll go ahead and take that, focus up. I said we wanted to lose into the first draft, and then we won. We are a Frost champion in a Frost arena, so that's pretty debilitating for the opponents. Sitting on 1,000. We'll just wait. Again, as long as I don't buy any skills. We have 1 skill. We have magnetic cooling skill from that artifact we just got. Here's giving us 1 frost skill for 5 turns, so that's our first one. But we'll try to get a couple losses here and try to go into the carousel at 27 or 26. That would be ideal. Looks like 27 is the worst we could hope for. So we won't be picking first anyway. Oh my goodness, it looks like I'm going to win this battle too. Oh no. Okay. Well, we're collecting interest anyway. My attempt to... I wanted to lose and I didn't. So does that mean I'm losing at losing? What does it mean? It means something. I don't know what it means though. Okay. A bunch of frost skills. We're not even getting to use our reroll at this point. Damage reflection is damage. This is a shield skill. 840 gold. I don't know. All right, Snowmaker faster or magic damage from passive. I want cold crystal if I can get it, so we'll take that when we see it. We can take a 5 and a 4. We've got a 5 and a 3 right now. We can take a 5, a 3, and a 3. 3 and a 2. Work on our traits. Yeah, look at us go. I mean, I'm not even trying to win, and I'm on a 3-win streak now. We pick third. And there's absolute garbage out there for us. Absolute garbage. I want the vulnerable is probably the best thing for me, but somebody else is going to pick it. Nobody picked it. Okay, well, okay, fine. We'll get some vulnerable. It's better than the rest of the garbage, I suppose. Oh, boy. We're really getting bad traits. We're getting skunked on our traits. Shield Surge, Ice Barrier, we got to go for. But now we're getting vulnerable stuff instead of shield stuff. This Curse Formation would be really good for us right now. I'm going to go ahead and take it. It's starting to look like we're going to do Frost Vulnerable instead of Frost Shield. I really need the shields, though, because late in the game, these vulnerable champions are just going to walk in and put, like, 1,100 vulnerables on you in 2 seconds. And then if you don't have some way to stave that off, you just die so fast. Okay. Yeah, we'll continue to try to find shields. All right, here we go. We'll re-roll this after all. I thought about it. Attack suppression is really good. Ice Blade Storm is good. All this stuff is good. I want it all. Shield Interfere, I kind of like that. We'll take that. 950 free re-rolls used. Hypothermia. We just got something from everything. All right, fine. We'll just keep clicking on this garbage. We need to finish a skill here soon, though, or trait. If we get all 8 of them without getting a trait, then we're gonna have to throw away a skill at some point, or a trait at some point. All right, though. I mean, we're doing well. We're getting a win streak with a lot of gold in the bank, and now we're going to have to spend down. I don't think we can continue to collect interest. So now that we've got a win streak going on, kind of unintentionally, we really need to keep it. We're really going to need to keep that win streak. I'm going to start taking inner fire here and there. Attack suppression, again, it's probably pretty good for us. Shield skill. All this dodge I don't really want. Got another vulnerable skill. We want to stay away from attack, but this is a shield, so we got to take it. This is a shield. Take it. Curse Interference. We'll definitely take that. Frost counter when you take damage, freeze an enemy by 3. That's pretty good for us. Shield, inner fire, flying shield, we'll take that. Prophecy, cremation, we'll take cremation when it comes around. Okay, let's look to finish something here. Discard that, and we'll finish hypothermia, get that off the list. We got Fitzgerald that we could finish, and then Bone Chill. I don't know if we're going to do Bone Chill or not, depends. Let's see what we get. Artifact time, get our second artifact here. We're still vulnerable. These champions are still making us vulnerable, so we gotta look for more shields. Level 10 gives us 800 gold. That seems fine. Let's do that. And we're pretty close to level 10. We'll get that pretty easily. We'll take cremation. We'll do final prophecy. I really don't want to be working on attack here. But I suppose there's only one dodge champ, so it can't be that bad. Curse formation. We might want to take that again. Sitting on 580 gold. Here's the third crystal. Okay. Mirror match here. We're fighting against ourselves, but looks like we're doing pretty good. Nice. All right, so what are we going to do here? I think we just go ahead and the preemptive curse knocks down shields. And I don't see other people building a lot of shield. So I think corrosive curse formation is going to be better for us right now. Shield. Preemptive pain, we get to take it anyway. Okay, fine. It's really not where I want to be with all this. Nonsense. We're getting everything we don't need. I didn't really want to be invulnerable this much, but I mean, if it's just going to keep handing us good vulnerable stuff, then I guess that's where we're going. Less of a frost build. We're a frost champion, but it's less of a frost build than usual, I would say. Dead last on picking. There's frost there. Oh, the two frosts are gone instantly. Vulnerable won't make it to us. Inner fire would be okay, but I really don't want that attack. I really don't want weaponry. Okay. That gets, oh man, come on. So if we take this bone chill, then we can't take any more cold crystal. Whatever. We're going to end up wasting a skill at some point. Do I want this inner fire stuff? One more inner fire gets me. Yeah. We can take some of it, I guess. Look at this. It's going to give us absolutely worst case. All right. Throw away a bone chill. Saw that coming. We had to waste one, but now we've got two. We've got two traits finished, which isn't bad. Crystal Blade we've got to take. Let's see. We've got that enabled. Let's do this. And let's. What do we got on mech? This will get us a level, so we'll take that. Curse Interfere we'll definitely take. Reroll this crit stuff that we don't really want. Grab that. Grab this. Grab that. And back to Bone Chill again. All right, this is looking pretty good. We got some inner fire stuff going off. We got frost. We got a lot of damage sources. Got a lot of damage sources. And we got frost. Look at 610 stacks of frost to slow the enemies down. So we're in pretty good shape. We triggered our owl at level 10, so we got a bunch of money. We'll go ahead and take this gear rewind. Give us an extra mech somewhere. We don't really have many mech skills, so it won't be a very good mech, but it's still another 500 hit points to slow down the burst damage against us if somebody's doing that. This got shield, we'll take it. I don't want any of this garbage. Evasion, I really don't want to be in evasion. Which do we need more, shields or frost? We've already got this active. Yeah, let's do that. Crystal Blade's probably too good to pass up here. Attack suppression again. That's too good. Let's re-roll that. All right, we're sitting on 850 gold, gaining interest. We've got what I would call a barrel build going on right now. We didn't get focused in frost. We just kind of got a little bit of everything. And yeah, we just lost the mirror match because that character did get focused and they got the frost alt already. So let's take Reborn. That could give us the chance that if that champion that we're fighting against does grind us down to the end, that we have a chance to come back. Let's see. What are we going to do here? I think we stick to the plan. Shields, evasion training. I don't know. We'll take evasion training, I guess. Let's take that. Frost. Frost. Okay. Bone shell. All right, this guy's doing a lot of damage, but we did get him slowed down. Didn't get him slowed down enough, though. Okay. All right. We were on a good long win streak, and now here at the end, we're kind of too much all over the place. Didn't get a focused build. Anti-freezing, I think, is the best for us here. I don't want to reroll because I've got exactly 300 gold and it would cost me interest. So I'll just go into the next round. I've got Reborn, so we've got a little bit of time. Even if we lose, we'll be on 1 hit point and we'll get to try again. I feel like I need to get to my Frost ult, though, right? Like, if I'm going to compete with that other Frost champion that's currently... Oh, wow. The other Frost champion just lost completely. She's out. Okay. So I guess this is the guy to beat. So stick to the plan, Frost and Shield. More evasion stuff. I don't want evasion. Reroll that. Preemptive pain, I guess. Corrosive Curse, I think, is better for this particular build. Get some more Frost here. Get some more attack suppression here. I won't want that garbage. All right. Let's get Cold Crystal. Let's get... is that it? Are we completely free of traits? We are. So Accelerated Freezing. Let's do Snowmaker. We probably won't finish another trait this battle. Frost. Iron Skin, not bad. Can take that. I don't think I want any of this stuff. I'm spent all in. That's fine. We're to the point where, you know, we don't want to lose battles. After this, though, after this setup of a fight and then a monster, I may go for interest collection again. Ooh. We got him. Invis Tempo. We chilled off his win streak. So what I could do here is I could try to save up money, collect interest, and just intentionally trigger Reborn. But I don't think I'm going to do that. All of this stuff, we're just got 2 Snowmakers, right? All right, I guess we can do Accelerated Freezing. Fine. Reroll this. I don't want evasion either at this point. Frost counter, yes. Shield stuff. Let's do this version of shield. More frost counter, yes. Flying shield, we'll take an upgrade. Actually, shield surge. Activates more shields, gets us a level. Yeah. If we get another Snowmaker, we're good. All right, just me and the ninja now. Okay, let's Frost. Inner fire stuff, sure, we'll take this, I guess. Evasion denial, light of chance. This is more damage. And we're getting close to 22 crit. Not that I wanted it, but... And then we get another Iron Skin for shield, which is good. All right, he got upgraded to Frontline. So he's got a lot more hit points now. He's got an extra mech at the start. Iron Skin, and then we're offered Avalanche. Okay, that's a big deal. I think once we get Avalanche, If he gets Sky Splitter Slash, though, I don't think he has it yet. Yeah, he didn't slash us. If he gets Sky Splitter Slash, I think we're done. Maybe we ought to throw on a few more. If I see a mech hit point thing, I'll grab mech hit points. Okay. He has a lot of inner fire. He's fighting off our frost here quite a bit. Need a couple more frost skills. We got to take crit. I just don't want him to get more crit. We don't want crit, but I want him to not have crit. I want him to not have it. Attack suppression, we'll finish that off. Preemptive frost, that's perfect. That just, I mean, we'll come into the battle with some frost on him, so that'll let us build up our stacks more quickly. We'll take cold wound out of this as well. So no need to re-roll it. If we win this one, we win, right? We get first place, so that'll be no reason to continue buying. All right, here we go. That extra preemptive frost made a pretty big difference, I feel like. Yeah. Yep. A few extra stacks of frost made that battle feel a lot more comfortable. All right, well, we didn't exactly get what we wanted, right? We wanted frost and shield, and we ended up with like frost, shield, vulnerable, inner fire, crit. It's kind of everywhere. But let's play again. I've started picking differently for Alpha League, so my new strategy for picking, I base my champion selection almost entirely on what is banned now. So since the last round of changes, I haven't got to play a ton, but it seems to me that like if the anti is not there, the skills are strong enough. So like if there's inner fire but no frost, an inner fire champion will probably win that round. If there's shield but no vulnerable, a shield champion probably wins that round. If there's magic spell but there's no health, then spell wins that round. So it seems like whatever's banned, if you can pick the opposite of that where you don't have to fight against the opposite effect. Crit, weaponry, evasion, those are kind of hard to pin down because there's not clear opposites. Like, it's not clear that evasion is the opposite of weaponry, for example. They do kind of work against each other, but it's not cut and dried, right? Evasion is weird. Evasion is really good when you've got a lot of it, but it's really bad when you have somewhere in the middle. Spell is the same way. Like if you get 20 spell, you'd be better off with anything. But when you get to 40 spell, it's the most powerful stuff in the game, right? So here, it's exactly the ones that I talked about, right? We've got weaponry, crit, and evasion are all banned, and so is healing. So those are like all things that don't have a clear opposite. I'm going to play Mina here, and we're going to play Frost and Spell. And the spell is going to be needed, otherwise things like the Monkey King are just going to win. So, yeah, I think somebody else thinks the same thing. Cthulhu also thinks Mina's a good pick here. Also a Galaxy level player. Pretty cool, pretty cool. All right, so each Hailstone applies Frost. I think that's what we want here. Circuit or Bubble Serenade. We'll take... If we could get Bubble Serenade first, that would be pretty good. We'll take this. It's got max hit points we can grab there. That's nice. We'll grab that. Snow. Oh, man. Oh, man. It's giving us like one of everything that we want. Damage reflection is a damage source. I'm not going to re-roll this. We'll go into artifact and then we'll decide if we're going to buy, see if we can lose, see if we can pick first on the draft, just like I talked about before. Okay, this guy, how has he only got 1,100 hit points? That's weird. Like if he's picked his 5 skills or his 5 levels, he already got a trait. Look at that. Nice. Cashed in. Okay, so we got one of everything, which is a horrible place to be. We got to look to finish Snowball and Snow Fairy. 16 random EXP. I like that a lot. The health would be good. We'll take the 16 EXP. Oh, it's in spell. That's so good for us. Okay. We lost the first one, so we'll sit tight. We won't re-roll. Ski Resort. And then we'll discard this. And we just got all kinds of garbage here. My goodness. We need to get Icy Snowball cleared off. Get one of these other ones finished. Something. All right. It actually looks like we're going to win here. The levels in spell do give us extra ultimate boost and spell damage, so without even having any skills, we're going to be doing quite a bit of damage with our ultimate. So, oh, we lost. That's good, though. That's what we want. Okay. 1170, we can take this damage source. It rolls us right into spell. So good. We're definitely going to take... What do we want first? Hex is really good to have at the end. But if we just want to do our ult over and over again, the mana skills are better. So I think we'll take one of the mana skills first. And then we'll look to build Hex later. I'm probably going to take the, damage gives us mana skill. All right, this is looking pretty good. We're going to be at 26 going into the... Wow, 21 hit points on this character. It was close. Going into the draft, we should be first. Oh, there's 2 25s and 2 26s. Okay, so we'll pick second. We'll be able to pick up Frost if nobody grabs it. Okay, Frost is good for us. Good deal. We'll take our Frost. And we got a Frost plus spell. Fantastic. All right, let's take this Magic Surge. Curse Surge just to give us generation. Same thing here. Flame Surge just to give us generation. Reroll this. Spell Sharpness. Seems good. We'll take it. Spell here. And we're offered Hex. 810 gold. We'll sit on it. We'll wait. Hex isn't going to win us the round. So if I bought Hex right now, that's not going to be the difference between winning and losing exactly this round, right? So let's see how our ult hits here. Okay, we'll probably lose this again. So, fine. We're still on a losing streak, still collecting money for losing, which is weird, but okay. All right, so we take this Hex, get 24 spell. Frozen Touch is good. Let's take that. Frostfire Storm has frost on it. Spellbook. Arcane Storm is offered immediately. That is so strong for us. We're just going to spend all in here. Ski Resort. Let's take a look here. We've got room for one more thing. All right, we'll take Snow Fairy. But then we got to kick something out in order to get this to work. Sure, we'll just get rid of that. And then we also get Snow Fairy. Okay. All right. Unfortunate that we had to throw a skill away, but our base hailstones do plus 40, and we get an extra 3 hailstones. So our ult is now hitting pretty hard. I think we could easily go back to collecting interest for a few rounds. I won't say we're unbeatable, but I think right now we're probably hitting harder than just about anybody in the game. Let's go ahead and take the preemptive frost. Let's try to get ourselves to a reroll point, I guess. Okay, we can reroll this. And then it gives us frost magic again. We'll sit on 310 gold. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should collect interest a little more, but I feel like now that we're on a win streak, we definitely just want to win. Nice. We did our ult right away there. And we did a nice job chunking away at his life. It wouldn't be bad in this particular setup to pick up some shielding. Everybody's going to have a little bit of vulnerable in their build, so if I see some stuff that's good shields that's not part of our spell plus frost, I'll probably still buy it. Gain frost skills. Keep hammering. I think we'll just take the frost skills. Just accelerate ourselves toward more rare frost skills. This is tough. Toxin, keep going with spell stuff because we know we're going to get this first turn of the game. I don't know, frost stacks. Yeah, let's do the frost, I guess. Shield here, that's nice. And then curse formation, cold wound. I don't think we want to get too much into vulnerable. I don't think so. We'll take the vulnerable that comes with the spell stuff. Like I think we've got a couple spell sharpness or something like that. We only got one. We'll take that there. Curse formation. It's pretty good. We'll take cold wound, leave it at that. When you freeze somebody, do damage, we'll take it as a damage source. We'll re-roll this garbage. Holy Fire Tattoo, we'll take that, but we'll sit on 260 gold. We'll collect interest a little bit. Where are we at here? We've got a 4 and a 1 of a 5. Let's do circuit. We might have to throw away a skill again, but circuit would be really good for us because if we're in an arcane build and we're trying to generate just alt after alt after alt, making the passive go off for more mana, every time you apply frost, regenerate 3.5 mana, that gets you to an alt super fast. You just do alt, 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 which is what we want. Okay, we pick third. The frost will probably be gone. We'll take shield if there's still shield up. I would rather have the shield than the vulnerable, I think. Okay, we got some shield skills. Enabling future shield stuff, shenanigans. Let's re-roll this. All stuff we can't use. Tattoo will take. Cremation stops them from gaining inner fire, which is not bad for us. Frostfire Storm just increases the damage. Magic Mark is too good to pass up. Free reroll here. Poison Shield I don't think was good enough to take. So that's not generating shields. That's just doing something when you get shields. Yeah, our alts are coming back to back here now pretty quickly. pretty quickly. All right, so if we get to 40 spell, that's going to increase the spell damage to 120% alt boost and 60% spell damage. So that's going to be, oh, spell shield, mana shield, perfect. Give me a bunch more mana shield. You know what? I'm going to re-roll this, but not right now. So we'll sit on 340 gold. Go through the next set of battles. We're at a 5-win streak, though, so maybe I should stay spent all in to continue my win streak. Boy, that's good. That's fast. Nothing to see here. Okay. Let's try to finish a skill here if we can. Toxin, 2 mech, 1 toxin, 2 inner fire. All right, we'll just take what skills look good. And I think I will spend. I don't think interest is where it's at here. I think we just need to keep our win streak. So we'll take this. You know, I don't mind just taking this to get more at the start of the battle. We'll take mana drain to stop the enemies from getting their ult. There's another mana shield. Perfect. I want that. Magic Surge. I think we're still trying to get our spell as fast as we can. Okay. That'll give us 50 mana as soon as we cast the ult. So you'll see we're just chunking our ult one after the other. It's pretty good. I feel like this build's in a really good spot for us. That Bubble Serenade just not going to come together. That's fine. Enemy max mana plus 50. It makes it harder for the enemy to get their mana. Taking that. Life Plunder is a form of damage. Preemptive Shield means that it's harder for people to burst me. Frost Giant is Frost. We're at 21. We'll take Frost Giant. I think we'll keep taking the Snowman. So we got Hypo Circuit and Snowman that we could finish. Oh, this is looking good. We're just pouring the frost in on them. Yeah, if we get Snowman finished, brutal. Okay, let's do that. And got to take the frost. I don't think we want any of this. Even though this is a damage source, I think we're just looking to get our frost to 24. Cremation is pretty good, right? Cremation stops them from getting inner fire stacks. So I think we have to do that. And I don't want any, do I want? That would give me a level. It would give me a level and maybe I could finish my circuit or my snowman. At this point, it's just win more though, I think, right? We've got a good build and what we're adding now is just taking it even further over the top. Okay. Got all of our frost skills. Picking dead last here, no surprise. I'm guessing that we'll get health and shield that'll make it to us. And we will definitely take the shield. And again, it's the same kind of... oh, no. Never mind. We're 7th. There's no 8th person, so we're stuck with inner fire. Fine. 20 inner fire in this build, and I didn't even want to be in inner fire. But inner fire does help me generate my ult faster, so in the end, it's fine. Enemy drone vulnerability I'll take. Flying shield would be good, but I got to take mana shield here. It's way too good to pass up. Reroll this garbage. I don't want any of that. We can theoretically use Bubble Serenade, but I'm going to reroll it. Get the snowman. Oh no. That snowman now is going to give us extra hailstone for every 25 stacks. If we can get some preemptive frost and have frost on them at the start of the battle, I'll chuck like, I'm already sending over 6 hailstones. You know, if they had 600 frost on them at the start of the battle, I'd send like 11 hailstones at them or something crazy. There's preemptive frost. Ask and you shall receive. Hex. I think hex here. Curse formation. We're a long way. Oh, yeah, vulnerable. I mean, we could get that to 12, right? That would get us another level. And we finished the circuit too. Oh my God. 5 traits finished, y'all. Oof. We should just alt. 1, 2, 3 alts in that amount of time. Ridiculous. Enemies right now are going, this game is so stupid. This is so dumb. Marquee event reset. All right, time to get in there and oh, look at that, so good. Rapid cooling. Also, I got another preemptive frost, and now we got 600 stacks of frost at the start of the battle. It's just getting dumb at this point. Let's see. Poison armor will take. Flying shield is a damage source now, I guess. Spell here. Inner fire spell. Yeah, we'll take spell. Frost. Frost. Inner fire. Oh, oops. Oh my God. 1 volley. Just the opening volley. 14. We sent 14. Well, I don't know. It could have been more than 14. But 14 of them hit. 14 of them hit for 4,000 damage. Do we want any of this? I mean, yeah, give us a level at some point, right? We don't mind getting levels. Magic damage. We'll take extra magic damage. All right, here we go. Pew! It's like a fire hose of rapid. 37! That battle lasted like 5 seconds, and we launched 37 pellets at him. Whew. Preemptive pain? We'll take it. We'll just keep going. Inner fire, getting close. Shield would get us a... Let's reroll this. You know, take spell. And then we get our last level of hex. Wow. All right, here we go. Pellets. Pew! That is just absolutely ridiculous. Broken. They need to change the way spell works. It's too strong. Too strong. Let's take this inner fire just so the enemy can't get more inner fire stuff. If you're a frost champion, giving your enemy inner fire is bad. There's hex. And there's more preemptive pain. Ooh, this build is so good. 14 win streak. I expect it to be a 15 win streak. Mina is really good in this new setup. All right, let's spray Star's ore with 1,000,000 pellets and be done with this round. Oh, looking so good. 37 before. How many did we get this time? 32. First place. Stop. One more game and then I'm done. I like to play this game, but I like to play just a little bit of it and then do other things. All right, event reset. Here we go. We can farm some stuff while we're waiting. Okay, we'll let that magically farm in the background. Space Lab, 5 free levels again. We've got Inner Fire and no Frost. We've got Shield and no Vulnerable. So Inner Fire and Shield look really good. I think Inner Fire is better than Shield here. Actually, Shield is better. Shield is better because Evasion is in. Okay. Okay, with Evasion, if we did a build that was a lot of Inner Fire, then we would still have to plan around Evasion. So with Shield, we have to plan around Evasion less. I'm going to see if I can get the spell Scout to work. There's no mech in this arena. So if we can get Spell Scout to work, it's pretty ridiculous. So mech hardening is critical to get that to work. And there's another we're actually going to discard this. Mech Protect is really good, but we're going to discard this. Every 25 shield stacks boosts your ult. So those are the two things that we're looking for. Let's re-roll this. And we got skunked already. So yeah, we're looking for Mech Hardening and Mech Demolish as the main things that we do with this build. So Spell and Shield, I think, is what we want. Spell for control, Shield for defense, and then we'll get plenty of damage out of the Shield once we get flying shields. As our damage source. Could also go Shield and Evasion, but 2 defensive skills feels kind of, I don't know, feels like you either won't get enough damage or won't get enough control, one or the other. Spell skills, Barrel Theory. I like Barrel Theory a lot, but not for this champ particularly. I think we'll take Spell. Just we wanted to do Spell and Shield. 5 free Spell. The sooner you get your desired skills leveled up, the sooner you'll be offered rare skills for those. So I found out that buying like buying some random good skills right at the start is actually bad. Because like here, if I saw some good weaponry stuff, maybe bought good weaponry stuff, then you start getting offered rare weaponry stuff when you didn't really want to be in weaponry. So the first purchases that you make are more important than I originally thought for how it all plays out. We'll lose here. This is no problem. Merlina is such a strong early champion. Her lightning bolts are absolutely ridiculous how hard they hit. So she'll take the win. We don't mind. It's fine. And then we got one more loss to sustain, right? We've got a good skill queued up here. We can take a spell and a shield. And we've got another spell on the horizon, so we'll take it. Another spell. I want to use my reroll, but I'm down to 890 gold now. Yeah, we'll take the shield too. But we're getting close to winning territory, right? Turtle, we got to take Turtle in case we see the other half of it. All right. Okay. I imagine this is going to be a loss for us again, but we'll see. His ult should hit us for quite a bit. Chunk, yeah, there you go. Well, our ult hit him back for quite a big chunk, so looks, actually we are winning right now. So, yeah, it looks like I bought too many skills, my friends. A few too many skills. Okay, fine. 27 going into the carousel. That'll put us like third pick. Yeah. There's a lot of shield. There's a lot of shield, so that's great. We'll get a shield. Pretty sure we'll get a shield. Yeah, no problem. Lots of shield left. Grab that. Nice. Get a level. Mech hardening again. We'll go ahead and take that. 1,000 shield stacks at the start. So the combo here is that you get all of the stuff that gives you extra damage based on the amount of shield stacks. You get that extra 1,000 stacks. You get the arcane finisher here for spell. So you start with an ultimate and you'll have like 1,600 stacks of shield, and that'll give you an extra like 3,000 damage to your ult, and you just one-shot people. In a mech arena, the mech absorbs half of the hit no matter how much damage you do to him. So it's not as effective of a build if you're going into a lot of people building mech, but there's no mech here. So the first shot we do will just hit for full damage against the enemies. We do have health, so there's several champions that can build enough health that we won't be able to one-shot them, but it's a fun build. It's funny. I like it. Antidote, I don't mind. Poison Surge. Actually, let's take Corruption Breath here. Okay. We've got quite a bit of evasion, so let's take that. Shield Surge. We'll take this. Undying Body we'll take. Tattoo. 900 gold we're sitting on. Demolish. Mirror match, K versus K. Spacemen shooting at each other from their shields. Kind of a boring fight. I got some poison on him, but it's not doing anything. If I could somehow get my poison stacks up, maybe I would have a chance. I think this is a loss. I kind of don't care. I'm at the point of the game where if I win 2 in a row, then I'll stop collecting interest and go for a win streak. Yeah, there's a win. We kind of got a shot in there at the end. That evasion kicking in. When we did our ult, we got evasion for a few seconds. Extra 16% evasion. So if we dodged a couple of his bullets and he couldn't dodge ours, then that's the difference. It all comes down to traits, though. With this build, what you build over here is a little less important, and it all comes down to whether or not you actually get the traits to come together here. Because we need Demolish, we need Hardening for sure. There's a couple other ones that we're Flying Shield. We're offered Flying Shield already. That's nice. I don't mind getting you some evasion stuff. Life Plunder. Spell. Reroll this. Magic Mark. Mana Drain's so good, though. 930. We're still collecting interest. There's another Demolish. All right, and then if we win this one, then we got to spend in and really try to stay on a win streak after that. It'll be more money. Get our second artifact, see what that looks like. We're doing well here. This is surprising. Okay. I saw that this character was on fire, but it's a different. So there's actually 2 Brunhildes in here. So we're fighting Brunhilde. Early bird, when we get to level 3, we want the shield spell ult really badly. That's kind of what the build is built around. So being able to grab that at 24 spell, definitely worth. We'll take Magic Surge here. Magic Mark here. Flame Surge, I don't mind having that. It gets us a level. Life Plunder. Lucky Charm for shields. And Iron Skin, I think we'll grab. Okay, let's see. Can we finish a skill now? Nope. Can we finish a skill now? Yes, Mech Hardening finished. Okay. We've got a 2 and a 4. We can put another 3 or 4 up. Shield stack from the ultimate skill. More stuff that's going to give us more shields if we do a finisher. All right. 360 gold. Staying on our win streak. Antidote seems good, but I'm going to pass on it. Mana Spring is probably... Flaming Weapon is pretty good, though, too. It gives us a boost to our damage. We'll take Mana Spring. We've got a little bit of evasion. Take Poison Surge just to have it, I guess. Maybe we take the evasion version of Toxin so that if we dodge, because we're going to get we get extra dodge whenever we do our ult. So if we're doing ults and we're getting extra dodge, maybe we dodge a little more. It gives us a little more Toxin. It's 2 skills to level up. Toxin will get us another level, another try to finish. Demolish. All right. So we'll take that. And got a spell book here. Preemptive Shield, too good to pass up. Take that. More spell stuff. More spell stuff. More evasion stuff. Let's take evasion here. Nope. Missed it by that much. Okay. We'll let the enemy get the evasion, I guess. Lame. Discard this. We're really looking to finish Demolish or Turtle. Deal damage on a dodge. Do we want more evasion? I think we're going to skip that. Just look for spell. 200, exactly 200 in the bank. Let's re-roll this. No luck, no finishing of Demolish or Turtle. I guess I could have taken, I don't know. I guess I could have taken the 3 skill one. Lightning Bolt's not doing much damage against us right now. It's pretty good. We've only got a few health. If this character ends up back on a win streak later, we'll probably have to think about adding a little bit of health, getting at least to 12 health, maybe even 24. I think I'm going to take the evasion, just straight up evasion. Why do I want to be in evasion? I don't want to be in evasion. There's Flixer. There's the Arcane Storm that we have to get offered at level 24. So now we've got a chunk of our build done, right? We really need this Demolish, though. We've got to get Demolish. We're going to re-roll it and look for Demolish. I really want Demolish finished. If we want the build to work the way we want, we got to get Demolish. All right. We're still winning, though. So even if we're not getting Demolish finished, still winning. We'll stick to just these skills that we've got. Finish the Turtle, Nanotech, Demolish, that's it. We're not going to take any other skills till we get something finished. Give me Demolish. There's Turtle Shell, we'll take it. That slows down the rate at which we lose shields, which is good. 2 in a row. Here's that opportunity to go into health. Yeah, I don't see myself needing all that health for how the arena's shaking out so far. Merlina's doing good. Dex is doing good. Doing well, I should say. Reroll this. We'll take the nanotech. Oh, James. James took me down. Yikes. Just with normal attacks. All right. Well, we'll look for attack suppression if we can find it. Otherwise, we just got to keep working the plan. Working the plan. More spell, more shield, more flying shield. 900 gold. I don't care about reroll costs at this point. I can just take everything. Flying shield we got to take, even though the other one was spell. Let's take that for dodge. Toxin backlash. I don't think that's where we want to be. That's got a shield on it. Spell. Crit. Inner fire. I think we're going to do crit. Boiling tar. We need to finish our shield off. Just need to level. So crit gets us a level. Shield to 24 gets us a level. Spell. So spell, shield, crit, evasion to 12. Okay, crit, evasion, shield. It's all good. All of that stuff is good. Come on, though. We really need demolish. We can't. This build doesn't work without demolish. We got to get demolish. Demolish. I'm going to re-roll on that. There's attack suppression that'll help us a little bit against James. Crit. Magic damage can also crit. Let's do that. This. 2 attempts to finish. Demolish. Come on. Give me demolish. No demolish for me. She is attacking fast. 16 out of 24 in weaponry for this Merlina. She's going crazy with the basic attacks. Come on, demolish. All right. We got to 12 evasion, crit. So we're looking for 24 shield now. Picking last, probably getting crit here. I'll take health. If health is still up, I'll take health. I guess I would take inner fire too. Okay, there's the health. 19 health. Puts us on track to get a level at some point with health. I don't mind that. Here's that evasion again. Dodge magic damage. Sure. Nah, it's too much evasion. I don't want evasion. I need shield. Okay, let's re-roll this. Spell. Mana drain. There's more spell. I want shield. I don't get it. Okay. Well, watch this James rip me apart here. Oof. All right, all those initial shields helped me out against him, but now that he's got my shields peeled off, I go down fast. Okay. We got to get demolished. We're not going to beat that James unless we get the demolish. And then we might actually just beat the James in one hit. Need to get demolish finished. Come on. 24 shield, 24 health. 12 toxin is a real thing. So we've only got like 3 more levels that we can get here. Evasion denial, I'll take. Evasion training here. There's a shield finally. Remember, we can't reroll. We increased the cost of our reroll to insane proportions. So rerolling is kind of off the table as a thing that's reasonable for us to do. Okay, well, we're just waiting. We're not going to be able to finish demolish. We're not going to win anything. This build relies on that demolish. Right now, we've basically got 37 levels in spell that don't do us any good unless we can finish this trait. We've been pretty unlucky. We got 3 quickly, and we cannot finish it out. 24 shield, 40 spell. Gives me a bunch of evasion again. Okay, let's take the life plunder. Hex gives us 2 levels of spell. Crit, we're not in a position to get crit, but health is close. Shield. Reroll this. And that should be 24 shield. That gives us a look. We're going to reroll. Come on, demolish. Nar. No. No demolish for us. And then we got to fight this James again. Oof. So many bullets, so little time. Oh, we got him. We got him. We beat the James. What? We'll take the solid miracle. And then, oddly enough, I'm going to look for spell here. Got it. All right, we can do the hex here. Hex, or just mana shield. I think we do hex. Upgrade our hex level. And then it's all down to whether or not we can finish our trait. When we get demolish, we'll be playing for first place. If we don't get demolish, we'll be playing for second. Yep. Yep. All right, hex. And then we get more spell. Come on, demolish. Come on, demolish. Come on, demolish. Nope. Nanotech. Not good enough. All right. Well, maybe we can still beat the James. We did get our solid miracle, so we can live for a little while longer. 24 health is on the horizon, so I think we've got one final chance to get demolish. Yeah, if we could pick this health up. Nope. Oh, we did. We got it. We got the health. All right. Demolish. Didn't get it. Didn't get it. 24 evasion is our out. There's evasion. No, we didn't get it. We didn't get it. No demolish. Whole game. First 2 skills we got were demolish. Couldn't finish it out. Oh well. Maybe we'll get lucky and get a win here, and we can look for one more pull on our skills. Yeah, it's not even close. Here we're into our death mode very quickly. Yeah. That's too bad. That's too bad. That's too bad. Makes me want to play one more game, but I'm not going to. Gonna get out of here. All right. Thank you all for watching. Appreciate each and every one of you. Please remember to hit the like button on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. Subscribe to the channel, notification bell, all the usual things. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you in the next Holocron.